We are less than 5,000 away at this 4,500, which is insane.
It is so close.
I don't think we'll probably be able to do it on the live stream because 5,000. Oh no, and we're losing them at a fast rate.
Oh, man.
This is bad. The live stream is killing us.
Oh jeez.
Oh wow.
man.
Oh no, the live stream really we lost a bunch there. That's weird.
Right.
Well, this is good education. Wow, we're really losing a bunch. Huzzah! maybe we should. Oh no! What the heck? This is.
It's still going down.
I think your audience is trolling you.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game. Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive.
Where we're starting early today.
Starting
by only
early.
5 minutes. By that we mean only 5 minutes late.
Yeah, by starting early we mean 5 minutes late, which in the end averages out to be right on time.
Hey!
So today is a very special day.
It is.
It's a very
you
special
guys,
day.
it's so special.
Because today marks the 7-year anniversary of game theory.
That's right. 7 years ago today, there was an episode of Game Theory released.
The first, in fact.
The first.
That's how anniversaries work. And also today, I was pointing into the wrong corner. Pointing into the wrong corner. There it is.
There we go.
We are so, and we lost the subscriber.
Close.
We are so
Whoever
close.
that was.
Ah, and he inched back.
God.
No, we are so close.
Oh, he's doing the unsub resub thing.
We are so
Totally.
Oh, and we lost another one.
Oh,
we
jeez.
started
jeez.
falling backwards.
No.
We are so close to crossing 10 million subscribers. We are less than 5,000 away at this 4,500, which is insane.
It is so close.
I don't think we'll probably be able to do it on the live stream because 5,000. Oh no, and we're losing them at a fast rate.
Oh, man.
This is bad. The live stream is killing us.
Oh jeez.
Oh wow.
Man.
Oh no, the live stream really we lost a bunch there. That's weird.
Right.
Well, this is good education. Wow, we're really losing a bunch. Huzzah! maybe we should. Oh no! What the heck? This is. Oh no! Oh,
It's still going down.
I think your audience is trolling you.
I think they are. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're unsubscribing and resubscribing.
So anyway, to celebrate all these anniversaries and things that are going on around the channel, what better way to do it than by blowing out some candles? Chris found a game that no one cares about called Candleman.
Great.
That's what we're playing today.
Sweet.
It's about candles. It's a puzzle game
candles.
about candles. So I hear the art style's great. And
Yeah.
you know what that means?
Oh, literally.
No one watches this live stream.
Right.
Candleman. Here we go. Why does the Chapter 1. Why does the candle burn?
Ooh.
A little candle went to and fro, his tender flame shone through the dark. Alone he wandered the shivering decks. At last he reached the grand iron gate. It felt like it was going to be a poem.
This is not a poem. All right,
Stephanie,
let's go.
Stephanie, it's free verse. It's like the ultimate poem.
You might be right about this game and Jason liking it.
Jason's on vacation, which means we're supposed to play fun games.
I know. Why don't
Not
we
like
play
artsy
fun
fartsy
games while Jason's gone?
Okay, a little candle went to and fro. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Little candle. So I'm the little
People
candle.
are like, oh, great. I love. This is awesome. You guys were a little bit trolly about the subscriber thing, but I do appreciate you sharing your embarrassing moments. The one that's popping up immediately and with a lot of frequency is boob episode.
No
People
wonder
are just like
everyone
boob
misses old
episode,
Game
boob
Theory.
episode. I know. Game Theory used to be so good with the boob episode.
We did a penis episode, guys.
I know, it balanced it out.
Why is it? No, I don't see anyone's enthusiasm about the penis episode.
Right?
Oh, look.
He looks
we
at
have
himself curiously and says, "Why do I burn?"
We have an existential candle, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus.
Artsy fartsy game. He doesn't have eyes. He doesn't have effing eyes. How is he looking at himself? Get out of here, art game. I like that we have this just utter distaste towards art games at this point. Ooh. Ooh.
Whoa. Are you attacking? Are you an attack candle?
Yeah. Attack candle, go.
Can our name be Waxy?
Waxy the attack candle.
Waxy the attack candle.
Okay.
Would you light my candle? Shoot, I used that one up already.
Right.
Oh no. I can
It's
only use
over
that
now.
one so many times too.
So basically what we got here is what appears to be Little Nightmares without the nightmares.
Right. It looks like Little Nightmares, says Rainbow Cat
It does.
003, right?
It
Right?
looks exactly like Little
Right in there.
Oh no!
Very nice.
Oh, look, he's short. No, he
man.
only has like 9 candle lives. He's like a cat. I think they confused cats and candles.
Ah, jeez.
Common mistake.
The classic mistake. Cats and candles. The cats and the candles and the silver
This sort of reminds
spoon.
me of Little Nightmares, says Haley Runge. Yep, exactly. Let's
Oh, this
see.
is water. If I fall in the water,
Oh my
does
gosh!
that mean I'm
Oh my
gonna
gosh!
die?
Oh my gosh!
Wait!
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
Wait! Are you kidding me? When did that happen? See? Yes! The secret is to hide it from the audience.
Oh yeah! Woo!
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, don't show it up on screen. We'll
I
lose
know.
like 10,000 subscribers.
They'll drop. We'll just see it going over and under the whole time.
That's incredible. Thank you. Seriously. Wow. That's huge. Sorry,
I mean,
I need to take a moment to appreciate it as it descends back down to 10 million. As it slowly winds its way back down.
Oh yeah, everyone pulled out their like second and third bot accounts.
Thank you to all our Russian bot hackers out there.
Thank you.
All the
Yes,
people
thank
who
you.
actually understand Welcome to the Game too. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, game
That makes me
theory.
happy.
Oh, that's so nice.
That makes me happy.
I know that makes me.
Okay,
really
congratulations. Even in the earliest days when I was doing it solo, it was like the reason why we're so fixated on optimization and why we consult other YouTubers and this and that is because even in the earliest days, I could produce one video once a month because of how long it took to edit, how long it took to research, how long it took to script. And so in the early days, I had to figure out how to squeeze every last view out of every upload that I had. And so I would run tests and I would try to like figure out why the system worked the way it did, so that way all that hard work I put into every given episode was maximized, you know, because I didn't want it to just go to waste, because I was so proud of what we were doing and what we were producing that I wanted it to succeed. Being trendy and topical and of the moment is really hard.
It's really hard, and people who are starting new channels totally feel this, and I think it's also something that we've felt, especially over the last year and a half or 2 years, how people say that it's harder to succeed on YouTube, it's harder to stand out. I think we've even with a big channel, and people, you know, talk to us all the time about like, oh, you already have a big channel, this doesn't like apply to you. I think everyone, no matter what their scale or how long they've been on the platform, has felt that over the last year and a half or even a little bit longer, how it's hard. It's hard. So yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and it is, and it's interesting. But anyway, like
Cool, guys.
yeah, thank you. Anyway, so that's our little moment of retrospective, I guess, and appreciating this, because it was a long time. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, especially tears, that go on behind the scenes, behind a lot of this stuff, and so to hit this and to hit it with you guys and
to hit it with you guys in the room, also.
is incredible. But also
there's a lot of people who save us on a regular basis.
But yes, absolutely. But especially to you guys, like, you know, all of these guys, you know, you're all relatively new to this journey, you know, and you're not certain, like, you've been there since day one.
Oldie.
But also a lot of you have been there since day one.
Yeah.
And I think, like, you're in a lot of ways the MVPs of the channel, and so thank you for sticking with us all these years through the algorithm shifts, through the changing content cadences, through how the show and what we do has had to evolve over the years to stay relevant as tastes change and as algorithms change and this and that. So
high five to you guys. High five. We'll play the game. I guess.
we'll play the game.
We'll play the game. But I was gonna say, you guys, I've already seen in the chat a lot of you guys recounting favorite episodes of Game Theory, favorite moments from Game Theory history, or questions about Game Theory history. I think it would be really fun as you're playing through that. I'm going to really focus on being in the chat and being on Twitter and reading off some of those because I think that'd be a fun thing to do today.
Trust me, the existential crisis of the candle and why he burns.
It'll be okay.
It's going to be okay if we overlook that a little bit. I'm going to go around, light some candles.
I love when MatPat gets attacked by Skip. Of all the things we've done over the past 7 years, that's the standout, Matthew. I just want you to know.
Hey, you know
Cassie Robinson has identified what has made this channel successful. It's Skip attacking you.
I mean,
I think that's pretty legit.
I agree with that. I think that makes total sense. One of the best pieces of content that we've ever done on the channel is the cat Pat smacking me in the face.
Yeah, funny story.
I think to this day that is one of the best videos.
That video paid for Skip's food for like a year. Sarah06 says, Random Encounters reached 1 million and you guys reached 10 million.
Today?
Yay!
No way, did Random Encounters reach? Oh.
I don't know if it was today. I actually thought it was like maybe a day or two ago.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I knew that they were getting really close.
Oh, good for them.
But they're awesome guys. We've collabed with them 2-3 times at this point. There was the Monkey, Bendy, and FNAF, right?
Monkey, Bendy, FNAF, and Cuphead.
And Cuphead,
which
that's
is the
right.
most recent one.
That's right.
Where they did. If you want to get a sense of my vocal range, watching the Random Encounters videos are good ways to do it because the behind the scenes on the Cuphead video that they did, which is awesomely animated, and they did it all by themselves, even though they're not animators. But I do like. Oh no! Shoot! I keep jumping premature. I'm rushing it too much. But
I don't know why.
Stephanie, it's super important that we speed run the candle game, okay? No, but for the Cuphead video, I had to do like the squawks the bird or whatever, and so I do like the baby bird in this super high pitched voice.
Oh yeah.
It was fun.
Matthew also gets pretty nervous every once in a while, not every time, but every once in a while they'll send over like your parts to sing. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, these are really high, or like this is really hard. Like
Bendy was higher than I'm like, oh no, I'm like, can I still do Bendy?
They compose some really legit like tough parts every once in a while. One of the things that's been really interesting to see over the years is when we first started Film Theory and first started GTLive, which was the same year, you always saw people who were like, oh, of course I started on Game Theory, but now maybe I watch some other stuff. Maybe I watch Film Theory, or maybe I watch GTLive or something like that. And more now, we see people who start on all 3 of the channels, like completely differently. And they'll be like, I watch Film Theory, but I don't really watch Game Theory. Or I found you guys through a Markiplier stream on GTLive, and now I watch Game Theory. Oh, you guys have a film channel too? Like, people come from all different directions.
It is really interesting. We see that especially at VidCon at this point, where back in the day, yeah, it was every single person was like, oh, I watch Game Theory, I love Game Theory. And now I get recognized as like, oh, you're the Film Theory guy. Or oh, I watch GTLive religiously. And then, or I started on Game Theory, but I actually like GTLive a lot better because it feels more, authentic. It feels less produced or whatever.
Yeah. So. EV of Insanity says, I first found you through 8-Bit Gaming. That's pretty cool. WJ Busa says, I've been with you since 2 million. Happy to be here for 10 million. Would be honored to have my first clap and a half. Absolutely.
I know, I'm melting.
It's someone who's been with the channel for 8 million
clap and
subscribers.
Yeah. 8 million. 2 million. So
2 million was a long time ago.
So we did our 500,000. Oh no, it's getting super dark. No, don't die! Don't die, little candle, no!
Armad Vash says, the first theory I watched was Binding of Isaac. Fun story, that is one of my favorite game theories of all time. The Binding of Isaac theories. I
hit the limit. I melted.
Back to life.
This whole game is just a metaphor for game theory.
I think it is. We're the little candle going through the darkness, just trying not to snuff ourselves out in the process.
Trying not to get drowned under the tons of research around us.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, the books are around us. I think this is all very appropriate.
Right?
Here,
I think so too.
You knew, didn't you, Chris? You weren't just attracted to its art style, were you?
You got me.
Peter Williams says, yo, hey you guys, could you tell Matt, Pat, and Steph and the crew. I'm 16. I'm a cancer patient, and it would be really appreciated if you could let them know. Thanks for all you do. That's really awesome.
Thank you. I mean, and here's I think here's the other thing too, is like, yes, this is a huge milestone for us. 10 million subscribers, 7 years, that's amazing. I think more so though is messages like that, or when people tweet at us or leave messages where it's like, hey, or send us emails where it's like, hey, you know, you helped me with this test, you helped me through this tough time in my life. When we meet people at conventions and they're like, the show has, you know, made me smile, made me laugh, whatever, when I've had a hard time in life.
Helped me pass a test. Whatever it is, whatever that small thing is,
it makes,
like made someone's life a little bit better.
That's the best part of it. Like, the numbers are great, and it's awesome to hit these milestones, and that means so much. But like, those stories are where it really takes shape, and to know that we've been able to help people out for 7 years is tremendous. I mean, I uploaded that video about from my speech at VidCon Europe like a week and a half ago, because I felt really strongly about it, where I think a lot of creators nowadays, you know, look at the people who watch them and look at the communities that are building around their channels or whatever, and they see them as numbers, and they see them as chances to launch into being a TV star, or launch into, like, here's my book and my merch line and whatever. And like, that's good for them, but at the end of the day, like, and it is good. It's good to see people have success. And you want people to be successful. No, absolutely, and it's not a bad thing to do those things, especially if you're making sure, like, if the primary motivation is like, what is the added value to the fan, and like, how is this helping them
my
out?
Audience and stuff,
deepening their relationship, like, and entertaining them or whatever, that's what matters, right? But, you know, I felt strongly that a lot of people sometimes kind of look past, you know, the value of what it means to actually build a positive community online, and to actually have an impact in people's lives, because you do, you know, whether you're small or big, like, you have an impact on the lives of people around you, and I think that's important to recognize, and it's important to treat that with a level of respect.
All right, I'm going to switch over to Twitter.
About time.
At Viprai says, my favorite video is the first theory on FNAF. Not a FNAF nerd, but I'm interested in the lore of games and this, like this and Fallout. Here's to 7 more years, and you are awesome for 10 million subs. That is pretty cool. I remember that first episode on FNAF where you were doing the research on the Chuck E. Cheese, and it was like, this game, I think it might be big. It's getting a lot of attention. It was like, for some reason, this weird little game is getting all this attention. I'm gonna try and do an episode on it to see if it goes anywhere. That was literally the rationale behind it.
Also, it was fan selected too, because everyone was like, we wanted to do a scary theory for Halloween because it was Halloween time, and we're like, hey, you know, do you want us to do Slender, which was, you know, kind of past its prime, but it's game theory, and so we're doing stuff like 2 years after it was relevant. But do you want us to do a Slender theory? Do you want us to cover this Five Nights at Freddy's thing that we're seeing pop up everywhere? And on Twitter, it was close. Yeah, it was a surprisingly close
It was
poll.
almost not FNAF.
Yeah, it was almost not FNAF, and then, but FNAF won out, and we're like, yeah, this looks interesting. Yeah. Let's check it out. And lo and behold,
and the rest is history.
And so it began.
And some would say, then the channel went out. I really like this one. At Mini Socrates on Twitter says, congratulations. As someone who has translated nearly 40 GT episodes at this point, I'm really happy for you and also feel a bit accomplished myself, as you should.
Absolutely.
By the way, any news on what's in store for those who got a theory coin? I got one.
You did?
First of all, congratulations.
Yes!
I'm so glad that someone so deserving and who has helped us so much got one of those theory coins.
That's all.
That's so nice to hear.
Really happy.
Makes me really happy too. Hang tight a little bit longer on that theory coin. There is news coming, especially with this milestone.
The dopes over here who recognizing the importance of speaking a foreign language to your small child who's learning language skills. I'm like shouting at Stephanie's stomach these days, like, je parle français! Je parle français! Je le parle! Qu'est-ce que tu as? Oui, je le parle. That's
Yeah.
the best I got, guys.
Baby, speak another
Hey,
language.
you know what? At least it's better than Stephanie speaking Latin to him.
I know, right? My Latin does not help here. Maybe we could just play Despacito into my stomach
Over
a lot,
and over
a lot.
again.
And K-pop. At Chenjing says, I love all the Star Wars series. I don't care if they're wrong. Congrats.
Thank you.
They're
Thank
really
you.
fun, even if they are wrong, which they all are, all wrong. Every single one. But they are really fun.
Safe
Now-
with the
oh,
light by
sorry.
his side,
Ooh.
he approaches the ship.
Oh, are we still playing the candle game? Oh.
We are still playing the candle game, I know. It might come as a
Strange and
surprise.
dark noises fill
Ooh.
the air, but the little candle
Little
presses
candle.
on.
No, you fool!
What are you doing? He jumped
The
off.
little candle presses on, and
He gave up.
then gives
The,
up.
the little candle was not long for this world. Oh my gosh.
Yeah! Oh man, I beasted
The
level
darkened
2.
world began to glow, nearing the beacon into the unknown. None of these actually rhyme.
One of them did.
At Yude XD9, can I get a clap and a half? Also, Austin is kind of cool. More love for the science and Austin. Austin is kind of cool.
He is kind of cool. Although today, again, following Austin's Twitter account, I learned way too much about Austin. Like, way too much about Austin. Today he was talking about, like, him not shaving his groin for a while, and he...
What?
Yeah, yes.
I'm not.
Correct.
I'm so glad I missed this conversation. I don't know when this
It
happened.
was a tweet. It wasn't even a
Oh.
like if it was a private conversation, I would maybe get that. Like guys talk about strange stuff. I understand talking about your male grooming habits, sure, but Austin talking about like, you know, hey, I haven't groomed my undercarriage for a spell, and and this is how I look. Like he tweeted out a GIF to represent what his undercarriage now looks like.
Oh my. Oh my.
It's like, I love you, Austin.
Austin.
You're a great guy. You do good work. It's been a pleasure working with you, buddy. But man, I have learned way too much about you and your anatomy and your sexual preference. Like, I've learned a lot about you.
People who have had series on the Game Theorist channel have traditionally been very open about their sexual lives, preferences, sizes, shapes, dimensions, and
I do. I know
and
a lot
diseases.
About. I will not. Sorry, Steph. I know you're going to be disappointed by this.
I'm-
I may not have completed the poem on this one.
I'm really definitely disappointed. At
Sorry.
Willow Joe Gamer says your GT video on Fortnite was #1 on trending. This has been a really awesome last 24 hours.
It's been pretty
you guys.
I mean, this
to have any gaming video on trending is also pretty like rare
right?
these days.
And to be #1.
To be #1
and
on
to
trending.
have the 7-year anniversary and to cross 10 million subscribers. Like,
This has been an amazing day.
It's been an amazing 2 days, obviously. And it's been an amazing 7 years. Like we said, it's been some really low lows, but some really, really high highs. And so thank you guys for being there with us, you know, whenever you joined. Talk about achievements. I just got all the candles in level 1 of Candleman.
Yes. Speaking of achievements,
Yes.
if they want to watch the full uncut live stream, they should probably click the box to the left.
Or if you want to watch us cross another milestone, well then click the box to the right, where we cross 1 million subscribers here live on GTLive.
It was also the bottle flipping
was.
episode, which was just a really cool episode to watch. So
We
if you
also
haven't seen it, check it out.
Permanently ruined that curtain over there.
Oh yeah, it's that. If you've ever seen it, it looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like crap.